Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Should Scrapper. So today I am back with a really quick one-page layout of pumpkin carving. I am combining quite a few different collections with this one. The papers are actually from an older Close to My Heart collection. I couldn't even tell you what it is called at the moment. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. But I am going to use the orange paper as a border on my layout. And then I am going to include 3 photos on this layout and kind of do it a modified grid, I guess I will call it. So I have this black paper here that is actually a scrap piece. And I believe it must have been what I had gutted out of like the border. I believe it was 10 by 10. And so I decided to use that. It still allowed a nice white border around it, which I was really kind of aiming for. So I kind of pull that up towards the top of the white paper there, because then I wanted to add a strip of something, and this green was perfect, all the way across the layout, kind of for maybe a barrier, I guess, for journaling or whatnot. It ends up kind of being different than what I had anticipated, but I really like the outcome on that bottom and that green. Yes, it's a pattern paper. However, it's not too busy where I could definitely add to it. So like I said, I have 3 photos for this layout. I did trim the top 2 down a little bit, so they're not completely 4 by 6. And then I think I just took a little bit off of the bottom photo as well. Matted both top ones with just white, but then matted the bottom one with black and white. So you can see how I am going to place the photos. I do have that big space to the far right of the bottom photo, and with the intention of journaling. Again, things kind of took a turn and didn't go how I originally had planned, which is fine because like I said, I am happy with the outcome. So yeah, I just kind of used what stickers I had left from that Close to My Heart collection, and that kind of inspired the bottom portion a little bit. The top, though, I did add the Happy Halloween. That is kind of a puffy sticker. I think that's actually from a My Mind's Eye collection that I probably got at Tuesday morning is my guess. So I used that, and then I will add to that for my title. So I did pop that bottom photo up on some foam tape to give the layout a little bit of dimension. And then I remembered I had some flairs from Scrappin Happy Studio. And so I wanted to add one to the top. And so I ended up having to add some foam tape to that as well, because that is a puffy sticker at the top. So once I added that, that was a good addition there. And then I knew I wanted to use my new doodle pop with that pumpkin, kind of the jack-o'-lantern. So I did end up adding that to the bottom, and then that kind of sparked a little scene at the bottom. I did a scene, like a tree scene, on one of my other 2-page layouts. And I just really liked the way that that turned out. And so I added quite a few jack-o'-lanterns to the bottom there. Found that little journaling spot, and quite honestly, I don't need to journal a lot about this, and so I thought that was just perfect. So that is from the sticker sheet from Close to My Heart, and then there were some bats as well. I believe those were on the Doodle Pop package, and so I just used those to kind of fill in the space to the right of the journaling spot. And then added some stars, which I will rearrange at the top and then over by the bats there. And then just kind of trying to figure out what else to add. I wanted to use more flairs from Scrappin Happy Studio. I wanted another cluster, and so I ended up adding the spider web to the far right, and then a flare that says Hey Pumpkin, and finished off that cluster with a star, just so there was a third element there. And so once that is complete, I kind of just go through what embellishments I have, looking for stars, to be quite honest, and just to kind of mix up the colors with them as well. So you can see I took a yellow one, I believe, off the top to add to a different cluster, and I replaced it with another color. Found another puffy jack-o'-lantern, so I'm trying to kind of play with that and decide to add that to the left of the little scene, and then added some stars to the right of that. Again, this one came together so quickly, but I do like the outcome of this. I don't always love my Halloween layouts, to be quite honest. It's one of the things I struggle with, is definitely creating Halloween layouts. So I try to give myself grace when I create them. And this one I don't think is too bad, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I don't believe there's really anything I can link besides Scrappin Happy Studio, so I will at least link that down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.